Hello, fellow Movie Crusaders, and welcome to another episode of Sean's Movie Crusades. My name's Sean Wasserkrug. So it's been a very long month since I've been reviewing anything, because obviously there hasn't really been anything to review. Obviously, stuff in the world happened. The theaters closed down, and there was really nothing to go see. But movies are starting to get released on demand and paid to watch. So I decided to finally start to bring the reviews back. So I'm going to start coming out with some reviews daily now, releasing them throughout the weeks here, trying to catch up on the films that we weren't able to see. With today's review is going to be one that came out this past weekend, and that is the sequel to 2016's animated film Trolls with Trolls World Tour. Now, for me personally, I'm not a huge fan of the Trolls film. It was fine for what it was, but it was too kiddie, it was too cutesy for me. It just wasn't my kind of film. I like animated films, but I like them when they're more directed to all ages and not directly specifically for kids. Yes, I know they're animated films, and that's what their job is intended to, but we have seen with Pixar films, other DreamWorks films, such as like Shrek, How to Train Your Dragon, that it could be a film for all ages, and I felt like Trolls was more towards a younger audience, kind of like how Minions and Despicable Me are, and not more towards everyone of all ages. So going into Trolls World Tour, I actually kind of held a little bit more hope for it based off the trailers, because the general plot of Trolls World Tour is that everything's kind of the way it was when we left things in the first film. Everyone's happy and they're dancing, they're all having a good time. But we find out that there are actually many tribes of trolls, each one respecting a different kind of music. You've got the classical, you've got the techno, you've got country, you've got R&B hip hop, you've got yodeling, reggaeton, you've got hard rock. And that's where the main problem lies, is that the hard rock trolls, led by Queen Barb, voiced by Rachel Bloom, is going after each tribe to steal their heart string, which is the string that allows the trolls to basically have music in their hearts. And so Barb is basically on a path, or how she calls it, a world tour, to take all of the heartstrings from all the troll tribes, thus making a guitar with the ultimate troll note and the ultimate music labeled with hard rock. And that's basically where the main plot for Trolls World Tour is. Now, for me, the Trolls films kind of lies in one of two ways. Either if you enjoyed the first film, you're going to enjoy this film. I don't think it does anything real differently than the first one that would cause anyone who liked the first film to not like the sequel. Now, if you weren't a fan of the first film, I don't think this film's also going to do anything that's going to change your mind on the franchise itself. I do like the Rachel Bloom Barb character, and I do like the introduction to different troll tribes, because it does open up a mythology to the trolls that, when explained in the film and when they actually go into detail on, is actually very interesting. And I kind of enjoyed that aspect of the film. But the problem is that this is directed towards children, so they don't want to go too far into actual storytelling. Instead, they just want to blare music at you and kiddie jokes and jokes that are relevant to adults but have no bearing on anything in the troll world. There's one particular troll joke that just irked me incredibly wrong, where it's like, let's be hard rock and let's have twos on anywhere but our face, so that way we still have a chance at office jobs. You're trolls. You don't have office jobs. But that joke is directed towards adults. Oh, it's funny. No, it's not funny, especially if it's a joke that has no variance on the actual characters in the film. It just comes off cheap and basically desperate to get an adult chuckle, and it doesn't. It just causes a huge eye roll. But yeah, if you're a fan of the Trolls films or film, then I think you'll like this movie. If you're not a fan, you're not going to be a fan. But the most important question that probably most of you are watching or asking yourselves is, will the kids like this film? Will I be able to watch this with my kids, or will I be able to watch or put this film on for my kids while I go and do other things that an adult's supposed to do? The answer is yes. The kids will enjoy this film. It's colorful, it's loud, it's right with their kind of humor. It's got songs that they can dance and sing to, and it's definitely something that will definitely keep the children interactive and busy for the next hour and 40 minutes for you to kind of do whatever the heck you got to do. Or you can sit there and watch, but have your phone handy, because I guarantee you're probably going to get really bored really, really fast with this film. All the returning cast members are back. You got Anna Kendrick playing Poppy again. You got Justin Timberlake as Branch. James Corden's Biggie, and Rachel, like I said, Rachel Bloom plays Barb. She's the new character. And then there are other characters as well. They're all just kind of the same. I do think Poppy is a little more annoying this time around because she's now the queen and she's more like trying to make a point of herself in this film compared to the previous film where she was just a happy-go-lucky troll. And I felt like Branch, who to me was the most intriguing character of the whole thing in the first film, kind of gets saddlebagged in this one. He's kind of playing blanking on his name, but the character from Frozen 2, Anna's boyfriend, Klaus. I don't know. I can't remember. Because they're still not together in this movie, and he wants to tell Poppy that he loves her, and so it's the whole movie is he's trying to basically tell her that, just like in Frozen 2, he's trying to propose to Anna. Spoilers if you haven't watched Frozen 2 yet; it's been out since November. But Justin Timberlake, he's the one person in this whole cast that's an actual singer. Not that Anna Kendrick's not a good singer, but Justin Timberlake's an actual singer. And he doesn't get his own song in this. Like in the first film, he got his own version of True Colors, which was fantastic, I thought, anyway. He had, Can't Fight This Feeling, which was his big single of the summer, but he doesn't get anything to really do in this. He's either singing as a backup to Anna Kendrick or he's singing as a duet with Anna Kendrick. Nothing in this film lets Justin Timberlake kind of branch out on his own, which is really sad because I actually liked the Branch character in the first one. I liked how he was kind of like the troll in the middle, like that area of gray. Some things are good, some things are bad. And then he kind of counters Poppy in a good way. But in this one, Poppy's just is like a force in this, and she's gonna do this thing, and Branch just kind of falls off by the wayside. And I feel like his character is greatly diminished in this one overall. But like I said, I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse. Like I said, if you're a fan of the first film, you'll like this movie. If you weren't a fan, you're not going to like it. Your kids will like it. So going to the actual overall score for this, I'm going to give Trolls World Tour a 5 out of 10 because, like I said, when it goes into the actual mythology of the trolls, I was actually intrigued and I enjoyed that aspect. But frankly, it's not delved into enough, and a lot of it's just a lot of loud, obnoxious music and jokes that just aren't funny. And the first 5 minutes is borderline unbearable, almost like how every Lego movie starts. The first 5 minutes are almost turn off and not stop watching, but then after that, it ends up getting better. Trolls World Tour is kind of the same way. But yeah, it gets a 5 out of 10 for me, but your kids will love it. And it's definitely better than the Minions. So there's that to look forward to, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys did, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys feel like this review is worth sharing, go ahead and hit that share button. But most importantly, don't forget that subscribe button to the channel so you guys stay up to date with all the latest videos that pop up on Sean's Movie Crusades. And of course, don't forget to follow us on all the social media outlets you see below. Coming up next, like I said, I've been trying to catch up on a lot of the movies that have been out recently. So you're going to start seeing a lot of movies pop up. We got The Hunt. We've got Bloodshot. We've got Guns Akimbo. And more coming down. I'm trying to watch as many of them as I can with the time that I've got. And then I'll get the videos out. And then we got My Spy, the Dave Bautista family comedy coming out this Friday. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, until next time, in case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Movie Crusaders.